I want to make a little bit of a correction about the off-season stuff. Skawttie got a 545 just 3 weeks ago. So he has been putting in the work, getting his PB down. I won't be shocked if either one of these two runners, as they get started, get another PB in the tournament.
Oh, I would really hope for it. This one should be a good one. Underway. Thank you, Burgundy, for getting them going. Skawttie on the left, TheRealZ3ro on the right. We've got double razor shields. Let's see how they play the opening room. So far, so good. Both avoiding the nuke there as the second drop. That would delay the spawn here, and you don't want that. You just want to keep the enemies coming in. You got to kill at least 104 swarmers in this room. Skawttie gets a great spawn at the end, uses the invulnerability to smash it down. It's going to be a 40 versus a 39 because TheRealZ3ro is running slightly behind here. So it's actually a slight TheRealZ3ro lead. Hole shot is negligible, would you say, Burgundy?
I would say that it's negligible.
Invulnerability to open for Skawttie. An opening orb for TheRealZ3ro. The luck is real for that crew. I believe TheRealZ3ro and J-Pop are friends, if not siblings. Are they the brothers, if I recall?
I don't know off the top of my head. They might be. Who knows?
Maybe not. I might be thinking of...
Rockets for TheRealZ3ro on top. Oh my, that is a blistering time.
Woohoo! And indeed, J-Pop and Zero are brothers. So there you go. The brothers looking to go back-to-back today. But for now, two solid opening rooms here. But the orb favoring TheRealZ3ro once we're out of this room, if it does not change for Skawttie. Great stuff, though. Rockets coming in. Skawttie cleaned it up beautifully. TheRealZ3ro kept the orb alive and has rockets, too. They are just going to control this beautifully.
Rockets on the feet. He was right on top of him and the rocket drop popped. And just by that, and because of the nature of this room, you got to kill 18 shrapnels.
Skawttie steps on the mine. The invulnerability runs out. Should be okay. We'll see how it plays out. Is getting rid of the swarmers and has got rid of the shrapes, but is going to lose a bit of time. So it's going to be, what, a 203 versus about a 207?
So the time is kind of negligible. It's about a 1 second loss. So Skattie's the type of runner that can...
Gets the orb! Oh, what a time for that!
Oh, yeah. And plus, TheRealZ3ro was also running into some problems. He had a couple of shrapnels blow up right in his center lane. Takes the nuke just to clear up everything, just so he can get recentered and can focus on... Ooh, and a razor shield pickup by TheRealZ3ro.
Skawttie did get a spreader there to clean up, really controlling the middle well now. As you said, TheRealZ3ro having that razor shield, extra layer of protection, can use it as a weapon. You don't need to. It can be pretty helpful. Oh, Skawttie with the invulnerability, expanded hitbox, picks up the nades, unfortunately.
Little bit of a sabotage there. However, because of how fast the grenades do go away with an orb, that he should not experience too much of a time loss. TheRealZ3ro is out of the room, though, at around 259. Skawttie still having problems, though. I think the grenades did do a bit of damage, more than we thought. He's going to be out at 312.
It's a solid 13, 14 second lead, somewhere in that range. TheRealZ3ro, this is the difference from last year. Last year, this entry time into the bonus room, TheRealZ3ro would have been super pumped, just looked over and kind of nodded and just stayed focused. Rockets on the feet on the move up. How about that?
That's the second time that's happened for TheRealZ3ro in two key locations and two key rooms to help control the room. And meanwhile, he had to move a little bit off the room because the tank came out firing, and more
rockets on the feet, and more rockets. Wow, come on,
this is wild. We could be looking at a very low 4 out of this room. Just needs to finish it off here. The swarmers finish up. This is going to be a great time.
TheRealZ3ro needs 111 second mutoid for PB.
Infinitely doable. One spreader and then weapons the rest of the way. That's an easy PB.
I'm sorry, 106.
Still, that's well within the range here. Opens with grenades. Skawttie, meanwhile, trying to finish the room off. Will be back about 22 seconds. Nice ball buster from TheRealZ3ro.
Great recoil. Realized that the angle wasn't right. Just went another round about it. Waited one more revolution and was able to get that right into the nape of the neck of...
Oh, spreader chance for Skawttie!
Skawttie's a good enough runner to recognize it. TheRealZ3ro gets run over. And
there was no weapon, I don't think, and if it was, it might have been gone already. Not a huge deal. But this has made this a very even match. Skawttie, though, is still dealing with that swirl. Still alive! And it's finally got another spreader!
Wow.
Will it be blocked, though? No, he gets it!
What a
the
snag!
The last frame, he gets
Another
it.
spreader! He dies!
Oh no.
And now a key, so now he has nothing. A key for TheRealZ3ro takes the death.
And an invulnerability for Skawttie. More invulnerabilities for Skawttie. We are back even, folks.
This is unbelievable trolling back and forth. The Trolltoid is putting in work. Skawttie still in the lead by maybe a fifth of a form right now. Weapon advantage, Skawttie pouring it on. Gets another spreader chance. This could be blocked as well. It's not.
No.
Wow. 4 or 5 spreaders, final form. Skawttie is going to steal this on the back of just some amazing drops. Wow.
The pendulum swing, I call it. Early on, because of all the good drops, TheRealZ3ro had a real chance. But unfortunately, it's a mix of the drops falling Skawttie's way and also some cleaner mutoid play by Skawttie to help essentially claw back and take game 1.
I will say this for Skawttie, compared to our last match where we saw someone trailing in the regular arena, yeah, he got the drops in Mutoid to help him come back, but he did enough in the regular arena to keep himself in touch. He didn't drop the orb when he got it. He, if he had to, he made some moves. He just kept himself in touch. And if you do that in this game, sometimes the drops are just going to fall like dominoes for you. Skawttie takes the opener here. Probably breathes a sigh of relief. TheRealZ3ro's got to think, I played all right. So overall, I have to say, pretty impressed here, Sigma. They did their job at points. It just didn't really work for TheRealZ3ro. A little sloppy on the Mutoid, but the drops were very poor on top of that. And if you're not playing very precision-like on Mutoid with average to substandard drops, that room is going to drag on.
That is correct. If you have just average drops, you could do it with really good play in 2 minutes. Like, if you have, like, one spreader, but you can't die for it, and you just get a bunch of lobbers, you can do it in 2 minutes.
I mean, case in point, the first sub 6 was done without spreader exploit. If you can just chain some weapons, grenades and lobbers and rockets, just keep the weapons flowing. You can get a 150 in that room, no problem. The problem is that there was a lot of issues there for TheRealZ3ro. We are underway here, game number 2. I gotta say, I'm looking forward to see how TheRealZ3ro handles this setback. Had a good regular arena, had a crappy Mutoid man for luck and a little bit of execution, mostly luck though. We'll see if it affects at all. Let's see if Skawttie can keep up the the pressure play here. Nuke on the feet, but he gets a decent spawn, so Skawttie not really punished for that one. That was almost a disaster, but hey, late nuker for TheRealZ3ro, won't get to use it, will lead out of the room.
Yeah, I think TheRealZ3ro realized that once the item was dropped, once the nuke popped, he was done with the swarmers already, so he decided to forgo it and not risk any loss.
Rockets in the middle here, early advantage TheRealZ3ro, and then invulnerability can ignore those stragglers if they get in close for a little bit. Orb though for Skawttie, so first orb on the left side since I believe the first match today. It's been the right side getting the orb first.
And there's something I also want to point out in this room about what TheRealZ3ro was doing with his rockets. With this,
Skawttie drops his orb fairly late. TheRealZ3ro is going to maintain the lead. Continue.
What you saw TheRealZ3ro doing in the tail end of collect power-ups, when he got the rockets. The normal thing with this game is holding down the fire button and just rotating your right thumb to go to the next button so you can fire off in different directions. When he got the rocket drop, he just started tapping. So he had better control of his firing lanes and was able to just pick off wave after wave after wave. And because of that, and also tying up with Skawttie, who just got an orb replacement while I was talking about this, he was able to claw back into the lead. And now, what seemed like a 5-6 second deficit is now only a 1 second deficit. And Skawttie will probably retake the lead if TheRealZ3ro does not get an orb, which he hasn't had this entire run.
Okay, so we are into total carnage. We get an orb now for TheRealZ3ro, so that's going to help. Though Skawttie set up beautifully with the Razor Shield, looking to pour it on and doing a great job of lane control right now. Let's see if it goes for the spreader. Does get it. Meanwhile, TheRealZ3ro doing a solid job without a Razor Shield, just holding it down. You don't need that Razor Shield, just keep control. Meanwhile, they continue to just roll on here. Skawttie should be out first, I would think, but we shall see. There's a nuke chance for TheRealZ3ro late. Could use it. Does use it. Will that end the room? It does not. There was one spawn left. That is disgusting. Still, though, a close one as we head to the bonus room. I don't think we've had any product placement here yet, Bergs, have we?
I don't think so. We've been trying to keep them sporadic. Taco Bell, product placement with Taco Bell.
You'll Kiro some rockets.
Fire off those enchiritos.
Nades to start for Skawttie, not a drop you want. A nuke for TheRealZ3ro, a decent one. Able to not lose his orbital grabbing it. It was at the top, a little dangerous. Got it done, no problem. Skattie's got rid of both gunners now. TheRealZ3ro drops the orb, trying to get back to the middle. Advantage Skawttie.
That's okay. TheRealZ3ro can just get his orb back. He'll be fine.
Well, you know what? We'll see. He's still stuck in the corner for now, and that's not where you want to be. Finally kills that next tank. Won't have much time. Here comes the next one, but it came out the bottom door. Loses the orb again. Rockets for Skawttie. Things are breaking big. Another set.
Business picking up here in tank trouble.
How about more rockets up top if you can get them?
Gets them, and that'll help here for the start of the fight. Great weapon for taking down those gunners in short order. One of the few times you want to see a rocket in that boss fight. Meanwhile, TheRealZ3ro is going to finish the room up and is still kept contact. So it should be interesting. Lobber here for Skawttie. Will go for the ball buster. Misses it, shorts it.
Went a little shallow on the entry and it sailed wide, I guess, Mutoid Man's right.
Great drop for TheRealZ3ro to start. Got the kill off the gunners, no problem. Picks up the invulnerability there late. Probably couldn't see another invulnerability. These Mutoid drops are doing TheRealZ3ro no favors.
No, but he does have a lobber, and he's getting him in the right position. He landed quite a few of them in that triple zone, which is the base of Mutoid's chin. You see that red thing underneath Mutoid's chin to the crystal that you see on Mutoid's chest, or Mutoid's stomach. If you can fire off a lobber shot in that area,
Spreader for Skawttie. Oh my goodness, and he takes the death and gets it. He's going to be on final form here momentarily.
Yep.
Spreader on the feet, can use this to try to get final form. Try to manual, sees another spreader but dies. It's too late because he's changing form.
Oh, what unfortunate.
But it doesn't matter because TheRealZ3ro is just getting empty dropped to heck and back here. Oh my goodness.
Nothing is chaining for him in this go around, and it's unfortunate.
Gets the chest popped open as Skawttie takes a death. Skawttie does a quick look, I think, to see if it's still going. Pounding home grenade shots, and that'll do it. Skattie's going to go up 2-0 in this match. But man, Mutoid did TheRealZ3ro no favors. Where Skawttie got a lot in game 1, TheRealZ3ro did not get the same, trailing into the Mutoid pit.
Just real unfortunate for TheRealZ3ro. The chain of lobbers does come late. Unfortunately, not enough. He does recognize the death. It's in a perfect position for him. So.
Oh, and it was immediate form change. This will finish it off quick. You just got to not get run over. That lobber, yeah, real quick. That's the form change you want, where you get max damage and he's basically dead before he's done changing. So 2 games to none here. Skawttie, huge advantage, our 14 seed. TheRealZ3ro's just got to hope the RNG is going to clean up a little. Also, TheRealZ3ro's got to be careful not to push too hard. When you start pushing in this game, that's when your orb starts going bye-bye. For those just joining us, we do have one more match coming up today. Tapatio J taking on Space Colonizer, the 13 and 20. 2 competitors who have taken their fair share of bad beats over the years, facing off in round 1 here. Both also sub-6 runners.
They don't get any easier, ladies and gentlemen. They just keep on getting harder and harder to call.
Oh, indeed. And it's one of those things to note. Every year, this tournament just gets a little tougher and tougher, especially in that middle third for seedings. Anything can happen, and you are just talking about PBs that are just seconds apart in a game that can have that heavy RNG. Sometimes, well, you know, as the saying is, it's good to be lucky and lucky to be good. We'll be underway here for game number 3 momentarily. They're just setting up, and it's been a heck of a day of runs thus far. 2 sweeps. Can TheRealZ3ro break the trend, or are we going to stick to this 3-0 trend? We'll have to wait and see. They will be underway momentarily. And of course, keep in mind, just because you got 2 doesn't mean it's over. You don't got to win 3, TheRealZ3ro. You got to win 1. Then you got to win another one. Then you got to win a 3rd one. Because you can only win 1 game at a time. You don't win 3 races in 1 run. So go out, play your game, let the drops fall where they may. Here we go. Game number 3 coming at you.
Skawttie's staying toward the middle. TheRealZ3ro, at least for the early going, hanging out by that right wall.
Skawttie again getting that foot on the left. Personal favorite of mine to pick up. Late nuke. Can't use it. Almost gets clubbed. That was almost a disaster. And look at Skawttie. He knows it.
He was sweating bullets.
Oh, he was sweating clubs. Never mind bullets. Those were straight up clubs. So about a 1 second difference, a negligible difference. Let's see how the drops are going to fall. Invulnerability versus a delayed razor here. TheRealZ3ro manages to keep it healthy with the grab. Good angle on that grab, and Skawttie sees nades. And look at this orb drop for TheRealZ3ro.
It's 2 parts of what we consider the holy trinity of drops to have during any room. The Razor Shield, the orb, and then rockets.
That nuke was a good pickup. That made sure the Shraps were gone. We'll be out at 80 seconds. But solid job by Skawttie, out at 125. 4.5 second lead here. Let's see if that orb will show up for Skawttie, so Skawttie can take care of business, or at least some weapons to help get this early cleaning job done. Gets an invulnerability chance, so that'll kill these 2. They lined up nicely. Meanwhile, TheRealZ3ro doing a great job just holding it down, getting the rockets. And going to ignore the spreader for now, just stepping around. Will it pick it up? No, I'm going to stick with the rockets. Oh, it splits the shot. Skawttie, meanwhile, continuing to just look for anything and everything. It's a 203 here for TheRealZ3ro. And Skawttie is going to lose a bit of time here. It's going to be about 2 seconds lost. As TheRealZ3ro gets an opening razor. What a drop.
Yep, and this is after using those last little bit of rockets left just to get a little bit of a hole so he could escape being, well, engorged by swarmers at the beginning.
TheRealZ3ro holding it down here, no problem. Skawttie finally gets an orb. We'll see if there's going to be extra time loss on top of that. Rockets here for Skawttie. Recognizes the threat. Now gets a razor shield. Gets to it. Good job there. TheRealZ3ro, meanwhile, holding it down. Gets a nuke. Let's see if it's going to get used. This was fairly late in the room. Might be a good time. Gets it late. Let's see if that finished the room. Not quite. Will we see shrapnel? No, and it's a great nuke because of that. Doesn't have to deal with the shrapnel, and it's going to be 3 flat.
You love to see a nuke take out those shrapnel at the end of the room. Going to be about a 10-second difference here between the two runners heading into tank trouble.
So that lack of an orb coming into the room, about 4 seconds cost for Skawttie. A 10-second lead into tank trouble. Let's see if TheRealZ3ro can clean up the problems here from last time. See if Skawttie gets a million rockets as well. Right now, it looks like TheRealZ3ro going conservative in the corner. It keeps you a little safer, but it's hard to get better firing lanes. Meanwhile, Skawttie also heading to the corner, so some conservative play here from our two competitors.
I don't mind it because both gunners were firing at the same time, so that center was just not going to happen.
Well, both trying to make their way to the middle right now. TheRealZ3ro gets rid of a tank, still trying to get there. Skawttie has a spreader, a little easier to get there with that wider field of fire. Now is an invulnerability. TheRealZ3ro might have finally made it, but that was a long time to be out of the middle.
Yeah, he just wasn't getting the drops. Even a spreader would have... Although I kind of don't... I hesitate a bit. You know, even grenades would have helped in that front just to get a wider base, a short, wider base to be able to move into the center.
How about this, Burgundy? A 2-second difference into the Mutoid Man room. TheRealZ3ro in the lead.
Yeah, this is pretty even here, and just uses up the rocket to take care of those swirls, and now, let's see, Ballbuster
Yes.
Not on TheRealZ3ro's side.
Skawttie nails it on the run. How
Skawttie
about
nails
that?
it, though.
What a play. Skawttie already ahead by a form here. And now TheRealZ3ro getting some weapons. We need the game to not give all the empty drops to TheRealZ3ro again. There's a spreader by the door. And he lines up for it.
Walks right into it.
Wow. That should get a second arm off at least. He's really pushing for another one. He's going to go back for the grenade now, and we're all tied up here.
That is just a really
Another spreader.
Another spreader for Zero.
Skawttie in the lead. He has no weapon, though. And now TheRealZ3ro pounding home the shots. He's not getting a lot because of the movement. He pops the chest. He gets a lobber. Skawttie gets run over.
This could be the swing that TheRealZ3ro needs. And he's got more lobbers waiting. He's not going to be picked off by any lasers. The head popped off. And now he's just hoping to pop the body, which
Final form. And Skawttie gets sniped right as the head comes off. Skawttie needs to see a weapon now. Waiting, looking, it's a key. This is not great for Skawttie. Looks like we're going to a game 4, barring a disaster. TheRealZ3ro pounding home shots, using the bank. Not the easiest angle. And gets it done.
Those are fantastic bank shots. Because he had shrapnels coming to below him and from the right of him. So the only thing he could do is bank shots, because if he got anywhere closer to Mutoid, he was going to get run over. So firing that diagonal bank shot in that upper left-hand corner was the only way he could deal consistent damage to Mutoid and take game 3.
So we're going to a game 4. It's 2-1 for Skawttie, but TheRealZ3ro on the board and 1 away from being all tied up. We'll see how that's going to play out here momentarily. Why don't you break down the match coming up here, Sigma, after this one, our final match of the day.
I would be happy to. Just got to get everything set up.
Well, we can tell you that it is a Space Colonizer taking on Tapatio J, a pair of sub-6 runners in their own rights here. Space Colonizer 22nd on the leaderboard with a 5-minute and 45-second time, low 5:45. By comparison, Tapatio J, after a long time being just outside that sub-6 club, getting a 5:50.6, and did so about a year ago to finally break through that glass ceiling that had eluded him for quite a while.
And with the way both of those runners raced, Tapatio J has also run quite a few games, some of them a little bit similar to Smash TV. Although Space Coat does have a lot of experience running this game, and I mean a lot of experience.
Both of them are veterans. Tapatio's been around since, I believe, the third tournament. Maybe
yeah, he
even
was my
second.
first opponent in the third. He was my first opponent in the third tournament. Space Coat, I think, was he in the first one?
No, definitely not. I think Space Co's fourth or fifth for debut. I think it's fourth. But either way, we're underway. Game number 4. Skawttie on the left, TheRealZ3ro on the right. 2-1 for Skawttie. Skawttie looking to finish it out and move on to face yours truly. TheRealZ3ro looking to force a decisive game 5. Here we go.
And what you're seeing at the start is 2 really good ways to do this opening room. TheRealZ3ro hugging that right-hand side of the wall, right in the middle. Nothing can penetrate.
Wow, great opener. Great, both solid rooms, but TheRealZ3ro's going to have the lead here. It's going to be a low 39 versus a high 40, so second and change. Not a huge difference, but a nice little bonus in the pocket for TheRealZ3ro.
Yep, now comes, what's the first drop for each one?
Oh my goodness, another orb for TheRealZ3ro, and then a Razor again! It was the opposite last time, Razor to orb, but it's the same difference here as Skawttie is looking at his nades. Oh, that is gross.
Heinous.
It may be gross, but with Scottie's experience and the way he's just trying to maintain some sort of form.
Oh, he gets clubbed. And another 80-second for TheRealZ3ro. This is unreal opening rooms. This is what he wants to see. He knows he's trailing, and he wants to have that fast opener. So at worst, he figures he's tied. Ooh, Skawttie almost takes another one. A disaster opening room. 138. That's not so bueno.
That's an 18-second lead that TheRealZ3ro has right now. And the way he's been able to control this room right now, Skawttie just got his orb, so that's going to help the cause.
Yeah, he got it early, right as the initial swarm haul was there, but got it done and kept it alive. But we'll see, it's a 203 here for TheRealZ3ro, so no time lost there at all on the exit. We'll see what the difference is. It should be somewhere in the low 220s for Skawttie.
Probably a 221 or a 222, the way he's doing things. Oh, Razor Shield on the feet for TheRealZ3ro.
Unbelievable, and indeed, Skawttie lost no time, so it's still an 18-second gap. So despite that huge gap, keeping contact, as we said, you just need to keep yourself in reach. And an opening Razor for Skawttie as well, so that's nice. Both doing their job here, just keeping the fire rate going, pounding away shots at the 4 firing lanes in the cardinal directions, and yeah, just clean play. And you kind of get a break here almost. You just can't get hypnotized, though. Those shrapnels love to shoot the shots through your Razor Shield. And look at that.
Another sub-3 going into the secret room for TheRealZ3ro at 255.
It's real easy when you're getting that orb early to just get those sub-3s. They pile up sometimes like this, and you just feel invincible. It's awesome. So we'll see now if Skattie's made up any time. It looks to be about the same here. No, actually, it's more. It's more. What is it, 22, 23?
It's a 22-second lead, so it looks like neither of them were in that room at the same time. Invulnerability for TheRealZ3ro, trying to take out both gunners. He decides to go for the corner, plays it safe, and now both
gets both. See, that time he was able to get the shots through. Corner strats can work. Gets rockets in a very dicey spot. And he's trying, but he loses the orb at the last second. Couldn't grab it smoothly. Nuke for Skawttie. That's a decent opening thing, and it should allow him to get rid of one gunner anyway. And he's dancing dangerous. Picks up a spreader.
Picked off.
Disaster there for TheRealZ3ro. Let's see if that lead holds. And an orb, and then rockets. What is this?
It's the game just thinking that, okay, maybe you did get screwed and we like you, you're a lower seed. You know, your brother won and we're going to get you into Mutoid at 420. Maybe you can do something. Maybe take this to a game 5.
You're giving this game way too much credit. It's just planning to sock him in the jaw a little later. That's all. So it's going to be about a 14-second lead. Skawttie cut a bit back there, about 8 seconds due to that death, but still trailing considerably here.
Ballbuster unsuccessful on TheRealZ3ro's part, and now looking for a complementary weapon, gets grenades.
Gets a lobber to follow, though. That's a decent weapon. Pops the first arm. Skawttie gonna look for the ballbuster. Backs off due to the mutoid movement. Keeping his orb alive, takes out the gunner. Smart play.
And more lobbers for TheRealZ3ro. Pops off the second arm.
Oh, Skawttie. No, very short. Well off on that one. So, TheRealZ3ro advantage, but this is basically a spreader-ish, depending on where it is and how they line up. But it's a lead for TheRealZ3ro. The lobbers will work. TheRealZ3ro, though, gonna get a spreader drop, and it's not gonna be blocked. Let's see what Mutoid's gonna do. Lines up for him. Final form, TheRealZ3ro. I don't think a PB is gonna happen due to the lack of transfer damage, and Mutoid's sitting on the weapon, but a sub-6 chance here as Skawttie has got the chest popped. And it's a sub-6 for TheRealZ3ro. He's going to be loving that one, and we are going to a game 5.
Not too shabby, just about 8 seconds off the PB for TheRealZ3ro there, but that's going to put what was a best of 5 to a best of 1.
For all the marbles, unbelievable. And Skawttie did get a spreader late there to make this closer than it appeared. And yeah, if TheRealZ3ro doesn't get that spreader to set that up, that is a close finish. And that shows you, even trailing by a sizable amount in a Mutoid Man room, sometimes that RNG will allow you to catch up. But we are going to a game 5. I wonder if we can get a poll or a betting game or what have you from a mod. Have the chat join us in making a prediction, and I'm going to demand one from everyone in the booth. Sigma, who's taking game 5?
Brotherly love prevails. I think TheRealZ3ro takes it. He's been getting better drops. His play in Mutoid has been a bit cleaner than Skottie's this go around. I believe in the storyline of the game. The game provides for storylines, even though you might not think so. I think TheRealZ3ro takes it.
Maybe
some reverse sweep.
Maybe some cosmic rays will show up and make a mess out of that. Make your predictions there in chat. Get yourself some points. Personally, I'm going to stick with Skawttie, who is a proven winner under pressure, has won a bunch of these elimination games like this. Not that it's elimination, but you know what I mean. The deciding game, if you will. I'm going with Skawttie. Bergs, who you got?
I got a countdown for the moment you were asking me there, but I'm going to lean towards Skawttie here. Yeah, I think that long run from the second bracket that we had seen a season or two ago, I think that's going to be delayed this time around.
Well, we are underway, guys. Game 5. Skawttie, the 14 seed. TheRealZ3ro, the 19 seed. Left for Skawttie, right for TheRealZ3ro. Here we go. Some predictions in chat. Thank you very much. Let's see how it's going to play out. Again, that foot for Skawttie, setting up beautifully here.
And TheRealZ3ro gets a nuke in probably the worst position you can get. But he's been working his way around it, and he has a really clean room.
He doesn't.
Both of them are going to be out at the same time.
He does indeed. It wasn't the worst nuke position because it was at the top part of that diamond. The lower half is much more disastrous. It's a dead heat, essentially, as we head on in to collect power-ups. Let's see what's going to drop. We want to see good drops for both. What a drop!
Oh, wow.
Oh, and a bad one for TheRealZ3ro. His was delayed in the corner, and it was a grenade. And now rockets for Skawttie.
Vulnerability and a spreader for TheRealZ3ro, and more invulnerability. So what you see what TheRealZ3ro is kind of doing, if you get invulnerability, just he's going after the doors so he can take out his DPI is still good.
I've been meaning to ask you, what is DPI?
The kill rate, the kill ratio, essentially, just fancier term for kill ratio.
Yeah, but what does it stand for? I'm legit curious.
Well, it's what Burgundy has been saying over the past few months in Cars Fan. I'm just copying them.
Okay. Bergs, what do you got for me? What is DPI? Educate.
I had it? I didn't.
Somebody's been saying it during the commentary. I've just been copying them.
Oh, well, we'll have to talk to
I thought it was DPS for like damage per second.
That's what I, okay.
Or damage per shot, maybe.
Yeah, I was just wondering if there was a new term. Regardless, guys, not really the time to replace. My apologies for derailing things here. Skawttie is just controlling this room. Going to be out at 2:06. Still no orb for the TheRealZ3ro, and we're getting into dice o'clock here. Going to be out at 2:13, a 6.5 second time, and Skawttie getting a spreader will clean this room up nicely. TheRealZ3ro hoping, and it's a grenade. The drops have dried up here for the TheRealZ3ro, and then a key.
Good dancing, though, around a double exploding shrapnel.
My goodness, another key. And now rockets, at least. So TheRealZ3ro gets something. Stepping away from the shrapnels. Good recognition there. And they continue to just fire away here, but this time bleed is going to be massive. There's nothing TheRealZ3ro has done wrong. It just has not had the drops to make it really work here. Skawttie just controlling right now, maybe trying to save that spreader for the end. Yes, it looks like maybe trying to carry a little bit of something into tank trouble. 3:07. Skawttie doesn't seem super enamored with the time, but you know what? Still got a sizable lead. Maybe doesn't know that. Although as I say this, it's not that bad, guys. It's only going to be about 12 seconds.
Wait,
nope. So
Skawttie doesn't know?
Skawttie don't know, yes. So
and the funny thing is, both of them have the same weapon.
Invulnerability for Skawttie, that's solid. Yeah, they both have a bit of spreader here coming in. Not enough to kill a gunner, but enough to help get started. Let's see. Skawttie got a good drop right in his way, was able to parlay that into 2 dead gunners. And it's unfortunately a dude for the TheRealZ3ro, and probably not going to deal with it. Going to go back to the corner here. Skawttie dropped the orb. I didn't see it, but got a replacement.
Went a ways out of the way to get it, but now trying to hold the middle here.
Both doing a solid job at the moment of staying in there. Skawttie gets an invulnerability, almost loses his orb, still getting challenged.
Rockets for TheRealZ3ro if he can get it. He got it this time and keeps the orb.
Well, for now, having trouble getting back.
To the center.
And it's still going to be a Skawttie lead into the Mutoid Man room. 4:28. Doesn't seem super happy. Let's see if TheRealZ3ro can keep this to about the same or even gain some time.
He's going to gain a second, so the amount is negligible.
I think he gained 3 there. I think it was a 12-second difference coming in. Now it's 9, so pretty solid. Skawttie misses the ball buster again, but no weapon for TheRealZ3ro.
No, but it can be made up with the ball buster, which he does get.
Spreader for Skawttie! What a drop! This will get him started. He can maybe get 2 arms here. Another spreader refill. He just got to be careful not to die. He gets both. Another one!
3 in a row!
This has just not been the TheRealZ3ro's day on this run. Unbelievable. Skawttie now pushing here to get the head popped off. Trying for manuals. Gets it and takes a death. Oh, will we see another one as TheRealZ3ro gets it? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Final form Skawttie.
And sabotage at the last possible second. He could have had a PB, but he got pushed back into the grenades while he still had the invulnerability going. He's had 6 spreaders.
I mean, 2 of them have been totally irrelevant, but unbelievable. Gets it done, and Skawttie is going to advance. Man, that was wild.
.602 finish, best of the 5 races thus far for Skawttie, and what a time to pull it off in with just a string of spreaders.
And it's nothing TheRealZ3ro did badly. It's just in Mutoid, all of the luck just broke Skattie's way.
It really did, but Skawttie also did the things you have to do to take advantage of that luck. Half of everything is luck, and the other half is Well,
Fate.
Fate, if you believe the movie Goldeneye. That's the bad guy saying that. Spoilers. With that, I will have to take my leave. I've got some traveling to do. So thank you for letting me crash the booth here. And you guys will enjoy that last match. Chat, enjoy your day. And we'll see you guys again soon, I am sure. Bye-bye.